Oh geez, trying to pull it up on my phone is always such a hassle. Oh, there it is. Trying to pull it up on my... Damn it! I always forget to turn the volume down on that. Hi everyone! And chat is being stupid again. There we go. How's everyone's day? The music isn't too loud, is it? Finally, yes. Finally I have a stream up. I'm trying to fix my posture when it comes to drawing, and it is so hard to keep a better posture than like leaning over. I'm trying to do that thing where you lie on your tummy and like try to do it that way. It's a lot harder when you're not used to it. I'm jealous of the artists who can. Yeah, because it's not just because you're not there to remind me, sis. The new tablet is working great. I just haven't had, like, a good enough mood to be able to verbally socialize with people. That's why I haven't been doing my streams lately. Though I was going to do my stream a while ago, but my tablet broke. And also before that, I had to go to a hotel because of family issues. So yeah. But yeah, the new tablet is working great. I posted my first edited video using it. And drawing is pretty good with it. The case makes it a lot easier on my hand to like hold on to because of the new case I got. It's got that silicone stuff that makes it a lot easier on my hand. And like I said, I'm trying a different drawing position to be able to like not hurt my back. So I'm not sitting, I'm laying. It is a lot harder than I thought. Hi Melody the bunny. Before the stream started, I decided to do like some practice doodles of my girls because I haven't drawn them in a long time. Thenmo, I like how in your speed paint video, the first fan art I see is mine, Desi. Oh, that's nice. I keep forgetting to put like fan art in my speed paints. I want to do that. Hold on, my cat wants out. Oh, good. Just wait. 10 minutes later, she's gonna want back in. Okay, back on the bed. Again, is the music too loud? Trying to get into a new drawing position that is weird, and I can't. Oh, my back. There it goes. Melody the bunny, I saw your speed paint a few minutes ago. It was very nice. Never watched Moomin before, but seeing your art makes me want to. Okay, here's the fact. You can actually watch the 90s version of Moomin for free on, like, on YouTube. Some of the episodes are missing, but overall the series is really great. Very relaxing. And then there's a 2020 version. But I'm not sure where to watch that other than like probably some websites that are doing it illegally. That's what I usually do. Ah, stupid notifications, quiet. Damn it! Stop that! There, I put you on silent. History of the Queen, I won't be able to stick around for more than 20 minutes or so. I clock into work at 3:30. All right. Well, I'm glad that you at least came for a little bit. JMX. Oh no, wait, not JMX. The music is okay. When could there be a second part of the Gargoyles lore? I'm curious. I'm actually working on the second part of that speed paint right now. I can't show anything because, like, that stuff's for patrons only. But if you want to ask any questions about it, you can go ahead. I don't mind. It's spoopy season. Carmen, yeah, I can't stay long either, sissy. I'm at a doctor's appointment with Mama. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm JMX, but I have a different name, so you can call me the same JMX. I know it's literally unreadable. Yes, it completely is. Ah, my shoulders. Why are my This new drawing position is killer on my shoulders. I can't get comfortable, but I know it's better for my back, and it sucks. See, I'm literally laying on pillows to try and get it to work. How can some artist draw like this? I don't get it. Yes, pain. Okay. I'm looking up requests now to see what is easiest to... Hi, Mama. Oh, God. I miss being a small child for where my bones were a lot more greased and not so rusted. Oh, God. It's been 7 minutes and I still haven't drawn anything. Okay, I'm gonna get on to requests. Okay, the first one I plan to do because I both finished Stranger Things the other day is that I got a request to do Eddie from Stranger Things, and I love Eddie. I'm sad that he died. If you didn't watch Stranger Things, that's a spoiler. I do not care. Ah, my back and shoulders. Why? Do you take stream requests? No, I do not, because the stream chat goes by way too quickly. So that's very hard on me. And then I get sad. Okay, real quick, I'm changing my drawing positions because this is literally impossible. Luckily, I have a tiny little table thingy that can rise up and make it so much easier without having to bend over so much. There, my tiny little table is up there. Stranger Things is very good. Okay, I am not on the right layer. Marty! Hi, Mushy! Hi! Are you going to make my stream a living hell like you usually do? Yes, Witch Roxy. So, speaking of which, I should probably make this a little bit bigger to make it easier for you guys to see what's going on. There we go. Thinmo, once you can get her another stream platform and laptop, she can go to slow mode. Yep. See, I have a PC, I've said this before, but she is a tiny piece of shit. I use her for mostly writing. I cannot use her for like broadcasting a streaming platform. Cornflower is very small. She does not have enough space. And I do not have the monies to get a better computer. computers are very expensive, and so are tablets. Try not to bite the doctor. Love you too, sis. I have literally never drawn fan art for Stranger Things, like not even any doodles. It's not because I'm not into it, I just didn't have, it just wasn't my main focus. And I do regret that because Stranger Things is a great show and would have made so many great AUs, both crossover AUs and like so on. My mood is overall, like, definitely better. I took some self-care days where I made sure to eat, drink water, and watch my favorite shows. I have been binging, like, all of my favorite shows and movies. Like, for instance, like that Scooby-Doo movie, The Witch's Curse. I love that movie. And also that Scooby-Doo movie with the Were-Kitties. I love that one too. Then I've been watching all the Moomins. All of them. Like, well, not all of them. All the episodes of the 90s version and the 2019 versions. I love those. I love my Moomins. They make me happy. Speaking of which, I need to drink water now. Can you guys hear me all right? I got a new, like, little mic thingy. Does it sound okay? Hold on, I think I need to move it because I moved my body. 1 second. Oh, damn it, my phone. Little fun fact, I got one of those spotlight cameras like that some YouTubers use from my mom's friend. My mom's friend, like, she gets surplus boxes of surplus stuff, and this was in one of the surplus boxes. I can't really show you, I don't know what brand it is either, but either way I have it, and it lights up my room a lot better than the little fairy lights I got. I'm not sure which Helga you're talking about. But if it's the Hey Arnold one, I love that one. Damn it! Not again. Stuff keeps falling. So far, also, if you guys, like, I'm assuming most of you have not watched the Moomins, but if you're interested in them, I definitely recommend it, because, again, it's a very good, like, it's basically a self-care program. It's very cute, very sweet, love the colors, love everything about it. The 2019 version, actually has accents unlike the original, like the 90s version, which may or may not be a good thing, depending on how much a stickler you are for, like, how people portray accents and stuff like that. I mean, I like it. Oh, God. There we go. Okay, got almost everything situated. There we go. Okay, back to reading chat. Here, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I did not know that, like, Eddie died at the end of the Stranger Things season. I only saw fan art of him as a little bat, which I love. I love all of that. That's very cute. Morbid Mushroom. The only thing I know about Movement is that apparently that white marshmallow looking thing and the humanoid brunette boy are apparently very in love. Not in canon. Most people, like, definitely, like, Movement has a habit of having a lot of allegory things. Like, a lot of it is an allegory because, like, when the Moomins was first made, I think it was in the 40s or 50s that it was published. And it was published by a lesbian woman, but obviously back then she could have gotten very mixed signals from absolutely everybody if she let that be known. So she had a lot of allegories for stuff like that in her work. And for other things too, like I said, Moomins is a self-care series. Like, it's got a lot of self-care vibes, and that's because of what was going on back then, that she used the Moomins as a form of escapism. So yeah, there's a reason that it has big self-care vibes. Very good. But in canon, like, it hasn't been revealed whether or not, like, at least Snufkin, like, whether or not he's in love with Moomin. There's definitely a lot of big hints that Moomin does have a crush on Snufkin, though at the same time it might just be that he admires Snufkin, which is fine too. Still a lot of room to, like, a lot of wiggle room for that shipping. But either way, it is definitely a cute series. The interactions between characters and, like, lessons learned are always very nice. Snufkin is such a fun name. Yes, it is. I do not know how to speak Finnish, so his full name is a Finnish word. Probably, again, a name that the writer came up with, I'm assuming. I'm not completely sure. But because of the long Finnish word that it is in its native language, like, people have dubbed Snufkin species as Moomric. I do not know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've never heard it said out loud like Moomin. But yeah. And because in the series, Snufkin's father is described as being very cat-like and has a few cat-like poses and very kitty cat-like blue eyes. A lot of people like to draw them with like paws and pointy ears and tails, which I love too. I love Eddie. He's got such fluffy hair. Morbid Mushroom. I have to do an essay an essay that was due yesterday. Poses coolly. Venmo, have you seen the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video? Yes, I have. I love it. Venmo, what type of Moomin lore is this? What type of... there's not a huge amount of lore in itself on, like, Moomins and, like, Moomins themselves and like, other species that exist within the world. Like, there are creatures that look very animal-like, then there are creatures that look very human-like, but none of them have been stated to be human. And none really, like, as far as I can tell, like, even bring up the difference in species. like, it's basically a series where it exists, but it's not, like, acknowledged as, like, a thing that needs to be explained. Like I said, it's, like, while there are adventures, it's very slice of lifey. It's not, like, there's not a lot of stuff that needs to be explained unless it's, like, very specifically magical. Like, there are species that are explained, but that's only because they're so odd that even, like, some of the characters haven't seen them, so they need to explain it to each other. Moomins are theoretically like a very soft version of a troll. One thing about their lore is that they hibernate during the winter, they're awake during the warmer seasons, and like, it's not that they need to hibernate, it's just something that they're used to, I guess, to combat the winter months. Because it has been proven that they can survive during the winter, it's just a lot easier for them to just sleep throughout the winter. Morbid Mushroom, will you be taking drawing requests this stream? No, I will not, because again, the chat goes by too fast, and when I'm not looking, you guys will go on, like, chatting between yourselves, and then whatever request will get lost in it. That's why I make request posts, but, like, some of you just do not use that. I wonder what species do hibernate in the summer, though. Huh. Another part of the Moomin Valley lore is that Snufkin is a vagabond. He travels the world during, like, winter. He comes back during the spring to see the Moomins, possibly because he's just grown that attached to them and become such good friends with them. But he enjoys his alone time, so winter time is the time when he just likes being left completely alone. He's also a big rule breaker. If he thinks that something is unfair, you better believe he's going to break that rule and absolutely try to destroy it. A few times that's gotten him into big trouble, like, not just with the law, but just, like, personally in trouble. There was one time when he, because of his actions, he ended up needing to take care of, like, these small creatures that are very dependent on people because they're just children. So he needed to take care of them. He had no idea how to take care of, I think, at least 15 of them all at once. He does seem to do well with taking care of people, but he's definitely not someone who can take care of what is essentially a kindergarten class all by himself. And he definitely regretted his actions and the fact that he did not think through what he was doing at the time. Venmo, okay, Desi, I think that is a little too much lore that's going into my brain. Well, you guys asked! Soft movies with vagabonds already got me. Compared to series that definitely have to explain a lot, one thing I do love about the Moomins is that they don't need to explain every aspect of the series, of their world to everyone. Like, it makes it seem just that much more, like, natural and immersive. Like, of course, you need to explain to a 5-year-old how the world works, but you don't really have to explain how everything else works in your world to somebody who's your age. Michael, what are you talking about? Also, hi, Desi. I'm talking about Moomins because Thenmo decided to ask me about Moomins, so yeah, that's happening. So in a lot of like slice of lifey series where you just slowly learn about the world instead of getting like info dumped whenever something happens, I definitely prefer those like whenever I'm trying to relax, because like it gives you time to take in the information without having info dumps. Michael, ooh, I love the Moomins, especially Snufkin. You missed my Snufkin rant. Though Senmo is definitely regretting asking about it because I'm just dumping lore on them, even though I just got finished talking about how I love the fact that they don't dump lore on you. And one more thing I definitely love about the Moomins is because like a lot of things aren't concrete, like directly explained and then like created and then like just concrete about them. It definitely gives like fan artists and fan writers like a lot of wiggle room to figure things out, like how the fandom dubbed what Snufkin and his father the Doctor are as Moomricks and so on. I definitely love that. I think I drew Eddie looking a little bit too cute, but that's fine. Oh, darn it. His face is on a different layer. I always do that. In general, if you guys have anything to ask about, like any OCs you've seen, like on my medias or any of my AUs and stuff like that, you're allowed to ask about any of that. I in general need stuff to talk about. Well, I'm glad that that Eddie looking very cute is very on point for him. He is very adorable within the series. Like, I know that his school calls him a freak, but he's very adorable. Eddie looks like a girl. There's one AU where him and Steve have a kid together and Eddie is trans. So I guess that's kind of on point. JMX, in this chat, who has really seen Stranger Things? I've watched the full series. I binge watched it the other day to relax. Oh, I just burped. Eddie should be like me and embrace being... Okay, here's the thing. Eddie does embrace being like... He is a very big D&D freak. He embraces it. He is not ashamed of himself. The only time he feels worried about being labeled a freak is when like everybody decides to point fingers at him for being a freak because of something that went down. So yes, I agree. Oh, I need support from my back. See, since my sister isn't currently living here because she has almost finished applying for a job as a home care worker for an older friend, I get her side of the bed, which means I have something to lean against. See, the way the bunk bed in my room is set up is that the bed on the top is smaller than the one on the bottom, so there's space. There's definitely a lot of space. Problem is, like, that little space between, the beds, I don't have it on my side because I do not have a wall on my side other than in the back. But I do not have enough space, between the bed and the bed on top for my head to be comfortable. So I need to be, on the outside, but then there's no support for my back. But now there is. Venmo, Vampire Matt. Okay, again, like, I'm not taking stream requests. I already have requests to get through, like, for people who actually commented on request posts, like I asked. So sorry you don't get to, like, request Vampire Matt until it's before the stream. Maybe next time. I never seen it. I posted on my Tumblr, my Twitter, and a few other places. Definitely a lot of places on Discord. For some reason, the community part of the YouTube app has not been working for me all week, so I haven't been able to post it there. Okay, real quick, I gotta check on who I'm supposed to draw next. Okay. None of you are allowed to flame me, but I'm going to be drawing a Onceler character next. This is a request, so you guys are not allowed to flame me in the comments. So, whoosh, shush. I'm not explaining that. If you've been on the internet long enough, you should know who he is. So I'm not going to explain that. P.S. I do not know how to draw, like, older men. I'm not going to say an old man. He's not an old man. He's definitely older, though. And I do not always know how to draw that. Morbid Mushroom, Desi, have you ever designed your Whoops kids as has-been step characters? Not yet. I have definitely been planning to. I know I said I was going to do that during a stream, but I didn't, like, the doodles that I had for, like, mock designs were on my old tablet, so I lost those and I haven't been able to clearly remember them yet. So I will do that next stream once I come up with, like, better designs again. Ugh. Okay, stream is still going. Whenever you guys stop talking during streams, I begin to worry about whether or not the stream has stopped. It's not something I can escape. But luckily, because my stepbrother moved out, he is not playing video games during the weekends, which means there's more Wi-Fi to use. I need to get better at drawing, like, older men. No, not old people. Older people, specifically. I don't know how old this character is that I'm drawing, since he's an OC, but he definitely looks older. Also, what do you guys think of this brush I'm using? I kind of like the whole pencil gradient thing it has going on. I think it looks really good. I used it a few times in the past, but I kept forgetting I had it as an option, so it ended up kind of getting buried. Hi, Dave! You're finally fucking awake and here. You're present. Hi! Rubber Mushroom, I don't think you draw older men well enough. The only older man I remember seeing you draw is Raymond. Yeah, I don't draw them enough because I don't have many characters that I like drawing that are, like, older. But I do like drawing Raymond and Sylvester, because, I mean, they're very pretty. I love drawing pretty men. So yeah, I need to fix that. JMX, I really like the fact that it's smudged. I love the smudge nibs for doodles. Mushy, are you and Dave having an argument in private chats or something? Well, I'm telling you to stop it now. Chats are not for arguing. Okay, next request was to draw... Ooh, Pumpkin Boo. I love Pumpkin Boo. I do not, like, it's one of my favorite Pokemon, but I do not draw it enough. I would have given it to, like, Sarah as a Pokemon, but, like, I always had that really big dog theme for her. Until recently, when I decided that it would be a part of her story arc too. What is going on? Why are you screaming? Stop screaming. Okay, one sec. I gotta look up. Like, I love this Pokemon, but I cannot draw it from memory because I don't draw it enough. By the way, a small warning. I did get a few Moomin requests, but I'm saving those until I get, like, all the non-Moomin requests drawn, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of Moomins on the screen real quick. Well, it wasn't too off when it came to drawing this little guy. There we go. Real quick, I just want to say that Pumpkaboo, like, I want a pillow of Pumpkaboo. I just want a big pillow that I can, like, rest against. And got the cute little fangies, and it's just so round. Don't worry, Mushy. I am in fact going to draw a bit of Five Nights at Freddy's. My brain did a blank, so did you know that I love Jack Black? Yes, we all know that you love Jack Black. Ah, so round and chunky. Well, yes, Jack Black too, but I mean specifically the little pumpkin-boo. Kitty baby. It's only a baby. Have you seen the Mario movie? I have not seen it. I have seen the trailer for it, and Mushy ranted a bit about it. Okay, it wasn't specified which Five Nights at Freddy's character I'm supposed to be drawing, so I'm just going to draw my favorite. Try and guess which one it is. What do you mean, Roxy? I said Five Nights at Freddy's character. Well, fun fact, it's been years since I drew, my Five Nights at Five Nights at Eddie's, specifically AU drawing stuff that I did a few years back. I still get comments on it saying that Matt is supposed to be a chicken and not a duck, and I still have to explain that it's a joke, because a lot of people mistook Chica for a duck for some reason. So I have to keep explaining it to people that it's a joke. But yes, I am a Bonnie fan. Yeah, my favorite was OG Bonnie. I don't really like Toy Bonnie's design. But I especially hate how, they canned Bonnie completely from the newest game. And all to replace it with that weird rabbit lady. And I hate that. I hate that they cooked my rabbit. More mushroom. I was about to say you probably don't hate Toy Bonnie, but there's definitely something you dislike about him. You sound like you're on the verge of tears. That's because I'm getting overly emotional about something unrelated. Which I seem to do a lot for some reason. It's not specifically about Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm just thinking about something. I was looking at fan art of the Moomins earlier before I got on here, and for some reason it was all very cute and started making me emotional. I get a little emotional about looking at, like, older fan art. And for some reason, it makes me emotional. It doesn't make me want to cry, but, like, there's this weird feeling of, oh fuck, I missed out on this. I am going to give Bonnie eyelashes because I still love Bonnie with eyelashes. I know that I can't be a part of, like, all fandoms at once, but I was definitely a part of the Moomin fandom at some point. I just wasn't, like, so involved in it that I wanted to collect fan art that people were doing. But because I'm looking at, like, I'm doing the whole, like, collection blog, like, storage blog thing now, it's making me a little emotional at what I missed out on. There are still, like, a lot of active fans, so it's not like I completely missed out. It's just that weird feeling. Like, because I did come across a really good artist who, made fan videos. Like, some really cute, like, fan video animations. But they deleted their blog, so I missed out on that. Morbid Mushroom. So much fandom history for Homestuck and Villainous that I missed out on. Yeah, I feel that too. Like, I wasn't super involved in, like, Homestuck for a lot of, like, the big stuff, but there are a lot of artists who, like, have deleted their blogs and that I've had to, like, dig to find remnants of their art to put on my storage blogs. It's just, it's really that weird feeling of, like, you know how a lot of people like to, like, try to stay off of social media whenever, like, a new episode of something is coming out or, like, the new season is about to premiere and they don't want spoilers? Like, it's that. Like, you lose the chance to see it when, like, it's first updated or posted or so on. And because I'm definitely the type to hyper-focus on, like, one thing at a time, I'm trying to fix that, so, yeah. Morbid Mushroom, what really find really good fan art on Google, but it can't be found anywhere else due to the artist deleting all their accounts / art. See, that's why I prefer Tumblr over, like, anything else. Because with everything else, there's a chance that I'm gonna have to use the Wayback Machine, and even that isn't, like, concrete whether or not you're gonna get what you're looking for. Like, for instance, like, I think I've mentioned it somewhere at least. I think I probably mentioned it during my, like, one of my little rambles on stream, but, there was an Ask blog for Pfeffery called Ask the Harris, and it had very cute art that I really loved, and it was still being updated, like, while I was in school. But I never reblogged any of it because, I would get so hyper-focused on just reading it that I wouldn't think to reblog it. So like, back then you couldn't post, like, there was a limit to how big of pictures that you could post on Tumblr. So you had to do the whole, like, link thing, where you linked it from a different site that would allow you to post bigger pictures. Yeah, the site that comic was linked from, that some of the posts were linked from because the images were too big, it updated to where you had to pay for, like, an account or else your account would be shut down. So that happened. And even using the Wayback Machine, I still wasn't able to, like, get to some of the comics that I wanted to. And there's still some that are lost to me, but there was one that I really loved, so I dug for it for an entire week. That's how obsessed I was with being able to read it again. And I finally managed to find it on Facebook. It had been reposted by a fan on Facebook. One of the few times I will dig through Facebook for anything. I feel like something is not right now. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But yeah, anyways. What's the next request? Morbid mushroom. Heavily contemplating if I should make a Gen 3 for my Homestuck next gen. That is a terrible idea. You're already designing so many characters for the next gen. Why are you tormenting yourself like this? Speaking of Homestuck, I'm very excited for the next installment of Hive Swap. Oh geez, I'm going to cry. Why am I an emotional mess? I don't know. I know you like making fan kids mushy, but you're going to literally torturing yourself here. Listen, it's not that many. I'll be fine. You're going to end up torturing yourself, and then I'm gonna have to listen to you whine about how you're torturing yourself, but there's nothing me or Dave can do to save you. By the way, where did Dave go? A little bastard ran away. I'm glad I'm not monetized. Well, I technically am, but I can't be, like, I don't have enough followers, and I don't have enough, like, views on pretty much anything to, like, make anything out of monetization, so I can curse as much as I want without having to worry about it. Hi, Dave. I'm glad you're still here. I know you're a sleepy boy. Okay, I got a request to do Jack Skellington, but I never have any motivation to draw him, so, like, for any reason, even for an AU reason. So I'm just gonna draw Moomins. Okay, creepy music is on. Why is that? Ah, it's the Moomin soundtrack. I am partially tempted to just like stream like Moomin episodes in the background. I really want to do that right now because it's showing up on the screen. But I will, like, this will probably get copyright blocked if I do. If it hasn't already because of the music choice. Either way, I'm gonna draw Moomins now. Because I can, and it's still my stream. I actually really like it when people draw, like, the Moomins as being very fluffy. It looks very cute. Also, a little bit more of Moomin lore, because that's the subject now, and you guys, like, will only be able to escape it if you leave the stream, but if you leave the stream, I'm going to cry. Is that, stuff... I know I mentioned Snufkin's dad, like, earlier. His name's the Jockster, and he doesn't appear until, like, one of the final books of the Moomin series. And there's not much on him, like, canonically. He does appear in, like, the 90s version for a flashback, but, like, even though he gets reunited with his kids at the end of the books, he never gets reunited with them in the series. And I hope that in season 4 of Moomin Valley, he appears and they do not make him a jackass. Like, there are so many people who, like, draw him being all scary and edgy. But he's just a silly cat man. Make him silly. I hope they do that for him. He deserves it. He's very sweet and cute, and I love him. There's so much fan art of him just acting like a cat, and I love it. Yeah, Moomin is still going on. Season 4 isn't, like, until next year, but there's 3 seasons out of the 2019 version. It's Spoopy Month. Desi, if I say cute music, it is cute music. Yep, pretty much. I'm literally just making you guys listen to the Moomin soundtrack. Desi, when did you discover Villainous? I think I discovered Villainous when, like, one of my older artist friends that I wish I talked to more reblogged a bit of it on their social media, on their Tumblr. Again, Villainous isn't something that I got super into, but it's definitely something I wish I had because of, like, whenever it's mentioned to me, I, like, go looking for the fan art. I'm not into it enough to, like, make a storage blog yet. I know I'm probably going to end up regretting that in the future when, like, I get super into it because Cartoon Network finally decided that they're going to post it in English. And I'm going to be so into it that I'm going to, like, go digging for art, only to find that a lot of really good fan art accounts have been deleted. And I know I'm gonna regret it, but I do. My hyper-focused brain. Venmo, wait, Desi, what do you think about Molizeno design? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Like I said, I'm not super into Villainous. Morbid Mushroom, I goddamn wish Cartoon Network would acknowledge Villainous more, because I need my boy Flug. Sobbing. JMX. Of all the things that exist in this world for Mushy, if it's not a clown, it's no good. Yeah, that's pretty valid. In general, I need to draw, like, more clown characters because, like, you can make some pretty interesting designs for those. I don't really pay much attention to Monster Hunter, so I don't know why you're bringing it up. So I literally have no idea about pretty much anything with Monster Hunter. I've seen it around, but I haven't, like, paid super close attention to it to remember anything about it. But yeah, back on clowns. I went on a rant the other day about, like, Oda, who, like, he's the guy who draws and writes for One Piece. He does so good with variations of character designs. He's literally got 3 clowns, count 3, and they all have very interesting, like, designs. Like, you can put them together and say, yeah, they're all clowns, but they don't all look alike. like, there's 2 that are pirate clowns, then there's 2 that are science clowns, and like there's 1 that is just a pirate clown, and then 1 that is just a science clown, and then there's 1 that is both a science clown and a pirate clown. But he's got, like, they've all got such varying designs that there's no way you could once you know their names, you definitely couldn't mistake them for each other if somebody were to draw them. And that's what I love about, like some artists who can do variations of designs. Like, they can make a design that is so obviously like something like a fairy, but they can make them with such vastly different design quirks that you can tell them apart from each other. That's why, like, I both love and dislike the Tinkerbell series. Like, even though that they all have like very distinct designs, it's I don't know, there's just something about them that doesn't really click with me. Like, none of them are really bad, it's just none of them really click with me as being, like, awesome, I guess. I guess it's because, like, they all have basically the same length of dresses. They all pretty much got small dresses in some way. Morbid Mushroom. I want Villainous to come out so I can make a bunch of anatomy and biology headcanons for Dementia and Black Hat. I don't know if I ever talk about it, but I adore getting into weird anatomy and biology. So fun and interesting. I'm the same way. Like, when I was really into How to Train Your Dragon, one thing that I did was make a bunch of notes on, like, how the anatomy of each dragon worked. Venmo, you're not allowed to say you're old. Nobody's allowed to say that they're old in this channel. Like, I'm already getting gray hair, okay? So I don't want to be reminded of how old I am. So no one say that they're old. I'm young, but I feel old. Hush! JMX, imagine they make a cartoon about sad clowns helping each other and everybody has their own problem related to something, so Cartoon Network, if you do, I want my credits. The other day, I don't know if anybody remembers, but I was making, like, has-been step designs for, like, the beta kids. So the other day, like, as I was designing, like, John's character, which is a clown, I had to look up different kinds of clowns and gestures to try and get a good idea. And I'm so surprised at how much art there is, like, official, professional art of just sad clowns. What is it with the whole sad clown thing? I don't get it. It's so weird. It was just, I'm so surprised by art trends sometimes. Like, I'm on both sides of the scale that art does make sense, that art doesn't need to make sense, and that art makes no sense at all. So yeah, there's that. You guys are talking about posture after I spent the first 10 minutes of this stream talking about how I was trying to fix my posture, but nothing was working and I was making my shoulders hurt more. Okay. Also, another quick fact about Moomins, because I'm going back to Moomins to stop talking about clowns for a second. None of them have, like, they're very literal with the naming. I've read a few fanfics to where they, kind of just make a comment on how, a lot of creatures seem to be very literal with their naming. Like the fact that Moomin is just Moomin Troll. And Papa Moomin and Mama Moomin, and so on. Like, there are definitely a lot of people who headcanon that Mama Moomin was called Moomin Maiden before she was Mama Moomin. Which I think is interesting. It's nothing that's, it's nothing that has direct attention in the series. It's just one of those things that where they're or not, it just kind of comments on the personality of a creature. Like, if they're very literal with their naming, it might be that names just don't mean as much to them as it does for another creature. While for Moomricks, the Jockster or Snuffkin, names have a bit of a different meaning. They're not, names aren't exactly meaningless, it's just, some creatures like to be a bit more literal and more true to themselves than, giving vastly different names to each other. If that makes sense. And yes, I've put you guys in a loop. You cannot escape this. For instance, there's a Moomin called Snork, and his sister is called Snork Maiden. Because they're siblings, they have similar names. One is just a boy and the other's a girl. Venmo, why you put us in a loop, Desi? Why? I have a question for God. Why? Because you brought it up. You asked about Moomin lore, so now you're getting dumped with Moomin lore. You opened the floodgates, child. These are the consequences of it. If you open the floodgates for me, it's not escapable. You're going to get what you asked for. You're just going to get more than you asked for, and that's not my fault. You guys should know me by now that I like to go on rants. Morbid Mushroom looks up design ideas for character even though I already know exactly how I want to draw them. I do that a lot. Another bit of Moomin lore, because you guys cannot escape it, is that Snork Maiden definitely has a crush on Moomin, and while they do act a bit coupley, they're never actually stated to be a couple. Moomin definitely does not act like he's like, he acts affectionate to Snork Maiden, but that might just be because they've been friends ever since they were young, so he's just used to it. But it's never exactly stated that he's in love with her. Like, he cares about her and he does love her to a certain degree, but it's never stated whether or not that affection is, like, just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know the word for it. Like, I know the word for it, technically, but, like, it's just one of those things that, like, he somehow feels like it's expected of him to be with Snork Maiden, but he doesn't really feel it in his heart. Like, a lot of people definitely headcanon that, especially because a lot of people ship him with Snufkin, and there's definitely a lot of, like, evidence show-wise that shows that he's definitely more into Snufkin than he is Snork Maiden. They just act a bit more coupley when they're together, but, like, Moomin's almost always thinking of Snufkin. If that makes sense. Again, this isn't something you guys can escape from. Venmo opened the floodgates, so now it exists on this, and you cannot escape it. Morbid Mushroom. He feels like he needs to be with her even if he doesn't actually like her. That's really gay, actually. Wait a minute. Like I said earlier, like, a lot of the, like, storylines in Moomin Valley are allegories for different things. There's definitely a direct allegory for being in the closet and having, like, being in a gay relationship with one of the storylines. So I wouldn't put it past them if they did end up making, like, Moomin and Snufkin a couple. Like, there's a high possibility that, like, the way Moomin is coded is that he's not gay specifically, but he is, he is possibly demisexual or demi-romantic. Like he could be bisexually. That's why he doesn't, like, stop any of Moomin, any of Snork Maiden's advances, or that he doesn't feel bothered by them. But, like, he adores Snufkin more than her. So, like, so there's a possibility that if it came down to it, that he might choose Snufkin over her. But, like, realistically, because Snufkin is a vagabond who travels a lot, he might end up being with Snork Maiden just because, like, in reality, he might not be able to have a relationship with Snufkin if Snufkin doesn't want to stay. So there's definitely a lot of layers to this. There's definitely a lot of ways it can go in canon if they were to ever make it that far, but it's definitely interesting. Morbid Mushroom, where can I watch Moomin? Side glances. Like I said, you can watch the you can watch the 90s version on Moomin Official, and Moomin Official will also show clips from, like, the newer series. But it is, there is a few cursed versions, so, like I say, I won't say that every version is good, but, like, most versions are very good. In the chat, I will post where I watched the 2019 version, so give me 1 second. Cursed versions. Yes, there is a very cursed version. I'm going to let you fall into that by accident if you ever go searching for it. I'm not going to save you from this because I had to deal with accidentally finding the cursed version before I realized there was a cursed version. So now you do too. So this is just a rabbit hole you can fall into and possibly break your ankle. End my pain, please. Venmo, you open the floodgates. You do not get to escape from this. Right now, I have you chained to a radiator, making you suffer through this. How is it cursed? What happened? Why is it cursed? Like, I can say that the way that they just portrayed the characters and animated everything is very cursed. I'm not saying which version of this I'm going to be talking about, but there is a version where Snufkin has a gun. There's definitely a version with a lot of guns. In general, they don't shy away from having guns or alcohol or smoking within the series. So far, nobody's gotten, like, badly drunk, but there is definitely a version where Snufkin has a rifle and is about to shoot someone with it. I'm not gonna say which version that is. I don't think they actually ever fight each other, like, for any reason. Even the most violent version. Venmo, just because you set a fire doesn't mean I'm going to unlock you from the radiator. You can just be there. But that doesn't mean you're going to die as easily as you set the fire. Like I said, you can't escape from this. Okay, finally found it. This is where I watched the 2019 version. There's 3 seasons out. They're all really good. Though it has been, like, a lot of fans of both versions have noticed that the way that Snufkin is characterized in the 2019 version, it seems to be that he has, like, it's more that he's coded to have social anxiety. Which I can definitely see. Like, it's not serious social anxiety, but he's definitely a lot rougher around the edges than the 90s version. The 90s version, he's definitely a lot more chill. I'm not gonna say that he's completely different, because he really isn't. He's just a definitely more modernized version, and like, this series is definitely like, definitely not more planned out or with better storytelling. It's just how exactly do I explain this? The storytelling is just different. It's like, it's definitely written in a way that, like, a lot of older versions of anything are written, because like, back then you didn't have the option of just looking up episodes online, or like being able to go back to an episode that you missed. Even though it's got continuity between like episodes, it's like, they're definitely more self-contained, if that makes sense. Good lord, I'm in mental pain. That's not my fault, that's still your fault. They still don't, like, again, JMX, they do, like, there's never a time that I can remember that Snufkin has ever been, like, violent to Moomin. He's definitely been, like, semi-violent with certain characters, just not completely on screen to where he's ever actually injured someone. But he has caused property damage on multiple occasions. He's broken the law on multiple occasions, and he's gotten away with it on multiple occasions. But that's one of the reasons why people love him so much. Venmo, I'm refusing this lore, Desi. Again, this flood of lore is your fault. If you don't like it, you can literally leave the stream. It's going to keep circling back to Moomins because you brought it up and 3 people requested Moomin stuff. One requested Moomin just being Moomin, one requested to see Snork Maiden in my style, and then I'm going to draw Snufkin again because I love Snufkin and it was requested that I draw Snufkin. Oh holy shit, I've almost been streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm still okay, my voice is definitely getting a bit hoarse, but I'm going to at least stream for another 9 minutes. Yeah, I'm starting to get gunk in my throat. Like, my throat isn't exactly sore right now, it's just getting very gunky. And I think that's to try and keep it from getting sore. That's why it's starting to get gunked up. And it's making it hard to talk. Anything about the gay lore of Moon Valley? Because there is definitely gay lore. Morbid Mushroom. Oh god, I just remembered. I drew my first wheelchair character recently. Very happy about that. Oh yes, I remember you saying that you wanted to design a wheelchair character, but like the wheelchair was a bit hard to draw. But I'm proud of you. Good job. So Venmo doesn't completely die. Remember the time that I made a wheelchair character? I miss her. I kind of wanted to draw her now. Happy clown noises. Yes, it is official that she's a killer clown from outer space now. Not my character, Mushy specifically. Honk honk. Morbid Mushroom. Designing a wheelchair character made me realize that there's a lot of wheelchair types and you need to make sure you draw the right one. Yes, there definitely is. Like, I wanted to expand more on, like, disabled characters. Whenever I think of a character that I want to design, I make notes of it and do my research. And yeah, when I was researching, like, different kinds of, like prosthetics or wheelchairs and stuff like that, there's so many different types. And a lot of them are really expensive. Okay, there's only 5 minutes left, and my throat is really starting to hurt, so I'm going to, like, I think cheat a little bit and just do that. There, I drew Snufkin. Also, really quick, even though I know it'll kill Thinmo, is that because Snufkin is technically half Moomric, I give him a tiny little itty bitty tail nub instead of a long tail. I think he looks better with a little tail nub. I think it looks cute. I'm surprised that nobody decided to, like, do that before me. At least as far as I know. I only see him with long tails. But anyways, there he is. That's my boy. Cheating in my Christian Minecraft server? Yes, I cheated. I drew Snufkin last night. Like, because I was waiting for, like, last night I made barbecue chicken, and that takes a while to cook correctly to make it nice and crispy, even though Dave said that it was burnt, and that's why he didn't get any. But while I was, like, waiting on that, I just decided to draw, like, doodle Snufkin a little bit. He is very cute, and I love him so much. Morbid Mushroom. I have a fair amount of disabled characters, though. They usually have prosthetic limbs. That makes sense. Okay, next. Desi Holy Words. Holy Words. Sad funny drums. But yeah, it looks like it's time for me to, like, it's time for me to stop the stream because my throat hurts and I've been at this for almost an hour and 30 minutes. So with all that said, like always, thank you guys for coming to the stream and hanging out with me. I have all of my social medias down in the description below. So I'll see you guys all next time. Bye! I love you all.